We've been in quarantine for a long time, longer than we ever imagined. It's been difficult for a lot of us in different ways, not being able to go out with friends, travel restrictions, dealing with loss. The list goes on. But have you been able to acknowledge and express what you're feeling during this quarantine? Art has served its purpose time and time again, just as it did during the lockdown period. That it has the power to bring people together, entertain, and allow everyone the opportunity to feel, to relate, to connect, to express. As you adjust to this new normal, I want us to start our art classes by giving focus not just on the technicals, but just how you use art as a means of expression and communication, to focus on the idea and the message you want to send through your artwork. We call that conceptual art. Conceptual art is really any form of art where the idea is more important than the technical aspect or how good it looks. Of course, that doesn't really give leeway for you to just say, "Teacher, here's my artwork. It's a scribble because that's how I'm feeling." Conceptual art is more than that. You give importance to time, spending time first by coming up with an idea or choosing the idea or message you want to focus on, then analyzing your thoughts on the concept, and lastly, which is probably the most engaging part of the process, thinking about how you want to draw it. Some important questions to ask yourself as the artist: what objects can I draw to help represent my idea? What colors will I use to evoke a specific emotion? What little details can I add to emphasize the message? Conceptual art can be more abstract, focusing more on colors, patterns, textures to represent emotions and ideas. Or they can be more representational, using concrete objects and people. It's similar to analyzing how different colors can evoke different emotions. Dark colors for anxiety, anger, discomfort, light colors for peace and happiness. With objects, a toy can represent childhood. A plant can represent growth. Let's try it together. In this artwork, I want to focus on duality, or two sides, because my quarantine experience was of course unsettling, and many of us were unsettled, full of anxiety, absence of peace, unsure of the future, but at the same time trying my best to trust the Lord, to be at peace, to still be grateful for everything He's provided me and my family with. This is how I would do a more abstract version of my conceptual art. And this is how I would do a more representational version of my conceptual art. There isn't an easier version. Both are challenging, but both can deliver a strong message if visualized by the artist well. The conceptual art form that you guys are going to be doing for this quarter is what we call a visual diary, because that way it's more personal to you and not just any random concept. So making a visual diary will be from your perspective, your story, and your experience. As much as possible, a visual diary will have an element of you in the artwork for viewers to know that the artwork is coming from your story, whether it's eyes, hands, mouth. Here are some examples of visual diary ideas that are unique but deliver strong concepts and messages. So ask yourself, how have I been during this quarantine period? Am I more anxious than I am at peace? Is there something I learned about myself, my family, my country? What has God been impressing on me during this time? And overall, how can I express all of this in an artwork?